My favorite TWS earphone below Rs 5000 was probably the Oppo Enco W31. However, I did mention that there was space for improvement primarily owing to lack of certain features that did allow it to have a lower price tag, but one that put it behind some of the competition in terms of practicality. Now we have the Enco W51 here, and it seems to have addressed all those issues and then added some more great features to the mix. This is Sandeep from RevHeadless, and here is our review of the Enco W51 from Oppo. Now before we get this started, please do make sure to hit the subscribe button and also turn on notifications for more videos like this. Now let's begin the video. So the Enco W51 uses a similar recipe as the W31. Aside from the different looking case, which has a square design with rounded corners as well as a glossy finish that is a stark difference from the circular pebble-like W31 case with a matte finish, the earphones themselves look almost identical, and the only real way to tell them apart is from looking at the ear tips, where there is a mirror-like finish on the outer side on the W51 while you get a concentric circular design on the W31. The other practical way to tell them apart is of course by connecting them, where the noise cancellation will tell you which the W51 is. I'm not sure if the case is necessarily a better design. In fact, I prefer the matte finish of the W31 that is not quite as prone to scratches as the W51's glossy finish, and the pebble shape as well, although I do get the fact that the square design allows for a larger battery to be accommodated in a similar footprint. The Oppo embossed logo, however, looks better on the W51 compared to just the printed one that the W31 has. What's also changed now is the addition of cheap wireless charging. The earphones and case can be charged in just over 70 minutes over Type-C, which is around the same as the quoted time of 80 minutes, which is probably from a flat battery, which is why the quoted time is a bit higher. The wireless charging is slower naturally and takes almost twice as long to charge the 480 mAh battery in the case, and like I mentioned earlier, this is larger than the 350 mAh case on the W31. The earphones themselves have the exact same 25 mAh capacity each, and Oppo claims to give the same battery life with ANC and 30 minutes of extra playback with ANC turned off compared to the W31. In our experience, we got over 3 hours on a single charge, but didn't reach 3.5 hours like quoted, but it's still very impressive with ANC, and the case can refill the earphones around 5 to 6 times based on whether you use it with or without ANC. Owing to a stem type design, the W51 also features great mic quality like the W31, but Oppo seems to have tweaked it even further and improved it a tad bit more. Everyone I spoke to using the W51 was quite happy with the quality, and while stem type designs are definitely less attractive looking, at least for this price segment, they also seem to guarantee a better voice quality than non-stem type designs. Hey guys, it's Sandeep from RevHeadless, and this is my audio being recorded on the Oppo Enco W51. In terms of audio quality, it's practically identical to the W31 with a tad bit more bass. Still natural sounding, but then again has that oomph when you need it. Great dynamic range, minimal stereo crosstalk, as well as a pretty good soundstage. It gets very loud as well, and considering there's ANC, it really does help deliver a fabulous experience. Listening to Malhar Jam by Harish Sivaramkrishnan from Agam or Rahman's hits surely brings a smile to your face. Speaking of ANC, I went into the review expecting it to be a gimmick, but it isn't. Don't get me wrong, the noise cancellation isn't as powerful as what you would get from over-the-ear headphones, but it still does a damn good job at removing continuous sounds or low-frequency sounds such as the wind gush from ceiling fans, the air condition blowing, your PC fan, etc. And if you're traveling, it would help reduce the sound from trains or buses or flights, for example. Just don't expect it to silence your neighbors watching their evening serial or stray dogs barking into the night. The ANC on the AirPods Pro is definitely stronger, for example, but then again, this is 1/5 the price, and for sure, the ANC isn't 1/5 the strength, as it does much better than that. In fact, for some people, this can be a blessing in disguise if you're someone who feels claustrophobic when listening to in-ear earphones or ANC devices. I don't fall into the category, but I know many who do. Speaking of which, this brings me to the comfort levels. The slightly different shape of the drivers also means slightly different inner cutouts for the ear tips, but they go in your ear and they are light enough and comfortable to use even for long durations, although your mileage may vary with using ANC continuously. They are IP54 rated, so they can take some moisture, which makes it fine for running and gymming as well. Coming to connectivity, Bluetooth 5.0 has quoted range of 10 meters, and this was easy to connect and had no issues in terms of drops or pauses. But it's worth noting that at this point, not many of Oppo's devices even support the fast pair feature, but hopefully it'll roll out with updates soon. Latency is low just like the W31, and that means that gaming is also a fun experience. However, the Vivo TWS is a tad bit better in that respect, so if the only reason that you're getting it is for gaming, then that might be a better contender, but then again that works best with Vivo phones only. In terms of controls, you have touch controls on both the stems. One thing I still hate is the fact that these don't have a play or pause button control. Well, at least not for non-Oppo devices. For non-Oppo or ColorOS devices, you don't get the option to customize the controls, and what you get by default is staying as it is, which is double tap the left earphone to toggle ANC, double tap the right one to skip to the next track, while triple tapping either will bring the assistant. Wear detection is there, so it does automatically pause the track, but yeah. On an Oppo phone actually, you can customize the double tap feature to be either ANC on or off, play or pause, previous, next or Google Assistant. And what's funny is the fact that the triple tap can only be configured to be used with Google Assistant or left unassigned. That's a waste if you ask me. I'd rather have a double tap to play or pause say on the left side, double tap on the right for next, triple tap on the left for previous, and triple tap on the right for ANC for example. That makes it more customizable to your liking, and hopefully a software update will allow such tweaking very soon. Oppo has really hit it out of the park again with the Encode W51, and while you do get slightly better acoustics from say the Shanling MTW100 or the Lipotec Tevi at a fraction of a higher price, neither of them actually gives you ANC, which is definitely a game changer in this segment. Thanks for watching this video. If you have any questions, do let us know in the comment section below. See you again in the next one, and please don't forget to hit the subscribe button.